Temporarily, when they get to Uptide 3, they'll be better than like random.
Hey, look, free modules.
Posix open, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, temporarily for sure.
Mirror Dungeon 1.
Fun fact, you don't even need to beat it, you only need to enter it. That's the funny part about this past mission. You don't actually need to like play the dungeon, you just enter it, which is really funny. The dungeon has a fair amount of things going, but it's not like as bad as it sounds. Especially on normal difficulties. Oh yeah, you just click on the left, simulation, to enter it. Yes. Alright, so these are all the team archetypes, minus so these are the archetypes: burn, bleed, tremor, rupture, sinking, poised, charge, and then slash, blunt, pierce are not archetypes yet, but they're so useful. Honestly, right now I don't really know which one you
like. I'm probably gonna pick slash or blunt.
Yeah, probably. What's your thing against slash?
Depends what. I mean, basically just pick the damage type you have the most.
Yeah. Also, levels don't matter right now. All your IDs will be max leveled through at this dungeon. Not uptide though, but max leveled. So don't need to worry too hard about that. For some bizarre reasons, dungeon's the only place where you can't bring supports, which I'm really fucking confused. Like, why have they not changed that? Damn.
I guess they want you to do it on your
yeah, but they allow you to support on Railway!
I know.
Which is insane. Because Railway is like outrageous, it's significantly like more difficult than farming.
I wonder if it's actually like a technical issue and not like a...
could be. No, but... Railway you can also pause and resume at any time, so it wouldn't be that.
I think if you just like pick a couple gifts and then enter and then immediately quit, you're gonna get the points, if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, but I think just pick like any of the 3 physical type and you'll get some bonuses. Because like sure, the problem with a lot of these gifts is you kind of need the archetypes to really make use of them super hard.
Okay.
But the physical damage one should be competent enough.
Things all set up.
Are we doing
so yeah, so whoever is joining through Polysec, just join. You don't need permission.
Okay.
Well.
I'm sorry, Amber. I can't watch them.
You need permission if you're not Amp.
You can scroll down by
but I think only Amp and Fred connect.
Whatever they're saying, they're lying.
Permission to connect.
You shouldn't need permission.
Permission to connect.
Why?
I'm in.
Hang on. Am I dumb?
Hi, in.
Why did you need permission?
I think if you pick slash for the second and third one, it should be a competent
well,
boost
whatever.
for a little bit. You can take both at once.
Alright.
So like that.
Take it away, Captain.
Your slash skills with 2 or less coins will gain clash power +1, which is just... I'll only do the number 6 deploy, which is funny, man.
So we were at this.
Alright.
Okay, Amp, watch. I have a turn 2 kill.
Wait, we're doing stuff.
We're doing stuff.
Yeah. But like, I have a turn 2 kill.
Good for you. Have fun with your red tech wins tech.
Boo.
You don't pick 6 yet.
Bro's circumventing playing the video game and it is mad we don't want to watch.
I gotta become British.
Okay, so what even fucking happened?
Oh yeah, we were trying to figure out what to...
Alright, present on where, and I think we figured out it was the cart. Yeah, we wanted to.
You can also mouse wheel, by the way, Amp. To skip through messages if that makes more sense to you.
What did you do?
You can just mouse wheel.
Oh. Yeah, that works, I guess.
If that makes more sense than WASDA.
The node symbols are the same as in the story dungeon, which is the question marks on event. I guess like, yeah, we pressed everything on now. It's just about figuring out, and I believe like, I mean, you
Did
can
we
press
try
it
this?
again. No, I think it was like we thought of like pressing the carriage on like the third, fourth, or fifth thing probably because the whole thing was a new pool of blood fucking started appearing like we don't know.
We pressed it on this one.
2. We pressed on
Oh, yeah.
2.
Oh yeah,
Right
yeah,
back.
yeah, you accidentally pressed it down too.
Yeah.
Which, whatever. Yeah, HP.
Like the thing is, nothing that she says is contradictory to the evidence. Like this is like probably true,
Yeah, it is the most likely true.
and then this is like probably true. I mean, I don't know what the bang was.
Well, the bang is assumed to be the body, but because the pool of blood wasn't here, the bang might just have either never happened or it was something else entirely.
Because that's a little suspicious.
Yeah.
And then this is just like pretty much what happened.
Yeah, that one doesn't seem. So maybe the fourth one?
Try to present
Yeah.
against this and see if
Yeah.
it's right.
I think the fourth one was a fair.
I don't even know if I think it's the carriage, but
Yeah, I think it would be the carriage. Also, you can deploy 6 IAs right
I don't think it was that
Objection.
now. Ah, it wasn't it.
one. Objection.
You present the carriage on the fourth one, right?
Yeah, we just did.
Nah, unfortunately, it wasn't it, so just skip.
how can you tell?
The music didn't change.
Damning, you say? As I look at you.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Your pallid expression.
It's
Yes.
because the music didn't change.
Yeah.
Unironically, that's why.
Yeah. It's the best fucking mechanic of all time.
He has a what?
Oh, what?
You invited, sir.
What did he say?
Mm,
Well, I'm going to lose the game.
What did he
probably.
say?
He said you have a damning tongue.
yeah.
And then the judge said you invited.
They can read
Yeah.
minds. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the blue text, like, half the time is just, like, speaking under your breath.
Right.
Yeah.
But it is explicitly thinking sometimes as well. So, like, I don't know.
What she?
Assuming it's the carriage, which for the sake of argument it might not be. This isn't
Yeah.
this isn't a hint. I don't remember.
I agree,
But
it
assuming
might
it's
be.
the carriage, 2 out of the 5 statements are like we can ignore. I do have a thought in my mind, but as like Senor Omnipotence, I don't want to say anything.
The thing is that- the
I
thing
mean, this is pretty bad. I'm pretty much like guessing randomly at this
Hang
point.
on.
I don't really see what they're going for. Right
Think
now.
Right.
about it.
I just thought of something, but like I also don't want to give anything away.
I know what's wrong and what like we need to lead into. I just don't know where the game wants us to press that.
I'm waiting for the protagonist to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I can say, yeah,
on.
that's exactly what I was thinking, and
Yes. The usual.
Stabbed once in the abdomen with a knife while stoning in the omnibus. Died to... Okay.
What is that, cat? Cat, do you know? That doesn't seem strange besides the once again missing button, but I doubt that's relevant yet.
Is
He's
it like
just
something
bored.
stupid like that? Like
Yeah, I think
he's
just
sitting in the
because
wrong spot. Like does this make sense where he's sitting?
does it?
I'm not allowed to answer.
It's hard for me to tell which side he even is from this picture. But that's a fair point, but
I have
He
a
could
very,
be
I have a
front
very
left
solid
side, or
guess.
he could be back right side, right? And there's no way to tell.
yeah, this picture makes it hard to tell yet. I can't like tell which side he is from this picture alone, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I will say, I would assume looking at this picture that he is in the spot he's supposed to be.
It seems like Nothing seems blatantly out of place from this picture. Yeah.
Well, isn't there a different poster in the front and the back of the carriage?
This is technically true.
That's true.
They have the same text when you examine them, though.
But,
Yeah,
but,
that's
but
true.
also, like, how would you present... He's sitting on the wrong seat. Look, this picture that we can barely see is different.
All right.
Yeah.
Promise, I'm not sure that's relevant yet.
Could it be relevant? Maybe, but I don't think right now.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is it relevant? Yeah.
Then the gloves are like, so they're Mr. McGilded's gloves, right? We know this. We know this, right?
Yeah.
Speculation.
Yeah, once he helped, like, supposedly helped him back up.
So,
He's got two right armor, right hand.
Once again, supposedly, because once again we suspect he might have never fallen actually, because the blood.
It is really funny that the blood stain is only by his index and thumb, where like logically you would be holding a knife.
By the way, I'm a prioritizing for question marks. Rotate.
What do you mean?
I'm rotating Mr.
it's weird that
McGilded's
he
gloves
has
in my
so
mind.
little blood on his gloves. I feel like there should be more, but I don't know if that's enough to be considered an inconsistency. You know,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either.
I remember there being something funny with the gloves. Like, we figured out that somebody, like, either they aren't his gloves or somebody else was wearing them or something silly like that.
Okay.
I think it might have been like two interrogations ago. Somebody.
Oh yeah, the two of the witnesses swore that they saw some blood on someone's hands.
Ah, right, that's what it was.
And supposedly it was her hands after all. But of course there was also the whole thing where what hat was the person with the hands wearing, and that guy just fucking forgot. So rip KW.
Maybe it could be like she had blood on both of her hands. Why did his hands only have blood on one of them? That could be. That's the best I can think of right now, but that's like kind of stupid. I mean, Phoenix Wright is kind of stupid sometimes.
Like, how did he avoid getting his left glove dirty? Like, the guy was like bleeding to death.
Maybe like he.
If it was a larger person, you could argue that whoever helped him out did most of the legwork, but this is a tiny lady.
Yeah.
And also, towards you could see like he like took the guy like one hand on the body's back and one hand on the front.
Right. Okay, that's possible. Possible.
Like that's how I would see like those gloves.
And I
Yeah,
don't like the fact that we only have 3 lives
it's
left.
not this one. I don't think it's this one.
Well, I mean, we did save, so like if we game over, we lose nothing.
Yeah, it really does not matter.
It really doesn't.
Like, this is just a 9. Right. It's just a 9. There's not like a secret or anything. Then.
I can try to like come in with my thoughts if everyone else feels like they're stumped, but
Yeah.
I'm not the one playing, so I don't want to say anything.
Am I meant to help Ant guess, or
It's your option. The only reason I'm not is I've already beaten this game.
If you haven't played the game, you're welcome to. You're welcome to like give your input. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
So I've not played the game.
Yes.
Yeah, you can say stuff then.
Okay. Can we?
Can we what?
I was gonna say, can we look at the statements again?
Yeah, sure. I was just trying to see if I missed anything on this, but I don't think I did.
Also, this is a W. That's not an M.
It could be a W or an M depending on
that-
what direction. you look
That
at
is something that was like brought up when we saw the knife.
It's Waluigi's knife.
Yes.
Why?
We're still gilded.
Wister with Gilded.
I don't think there's anything
Yeah.
secret. I really
You can check the statements of people. Yeah, just go through all of her statements.
So what, do you want to go through these or?
And just go.
Yeah,
Go
from
back
the
to the
start.
first one. That's the slower way of doing it.
It was a 50-50. Because they didn't know which mouse to scroll.
It doesn't matter.
So like,
Stuck inside the cage.
Before they hook the horse.
It was a waste of time. Got nothing to show.
so they didn't
Got nothing to
make
show
any
for
money.
it. Didn't make money.
Supposedly, be.
Can't see a thing in the hiding place.
It's pitch,
Pitch
black.
black.
That makes sense because it was closed. And there's no
Yes.
hole or anything in it.
Yeah, but
There is inconsistency because it was supposed to have stuff in it, so she shouldn't have been able to fit inside.
and the stuff wasn't there. There was indeed nothing when we checked, but then when we checked again, there was things spontaneously.
We did
I
press
thought it
on
was the other way
everything.
around. Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
we
Right?
did press. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was the other way around, Fred. It started out with stuff there.
And
Oh,
now
and
it's
then it
empty.
wasn't.
Because
And then it was
the
empty,
argument
yeah,
was
that's
that, like, if there was stuff in there, no one would have been able to fit, and then after the recess, like, presumably the crime scene's been tampered with now.
Yeah.
Right.
Fun stuff.
Like we could say that this is the discrepancy,
That's
right?
that's true enough. That is true. Because it was like full of things now. Can you really fit with everything? Is a fair discrepancy?
Objection.
No, I guess not, Lamau.
No.
Skip. That's not it.
That's not it.
I kind of want to hear. I kind of want to hear the presses again
That's fair.
because
It's been
I
long
feel
now.
like I feel like we might have missed something last
Yeah.
week.
Alright.
Or just forgotten. I mean, we've
just-
read them, so we can literally just mash through them.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, you don't need to voice. Just read through them. Yeah, just press the
Cute.
first one.
Hold it.
Odiniambus.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, right?
Yeah, money is
And first
accurate.
the Pay. Obviously, she didn't pay.
Okay.
So like, she's just like, I just threw it all away and crammed it in the corner.
Yeah.
But that seems like a lie to me because there's not really much space in the. There
Yeah.
isn't really enough space inside to even fit it in the corner. And
Yeah,
also
we might
it's-
be able to present the carriage on this because the press is related to that statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's correct. We can go through the rest of it.
According to the police, the compartment was full of shit.
Yeah.
Mm.
So is that the inconsistency that like?
Maybe.
Yes.
I still want to go through the presses though.
Alright, we'll do it. We'll do it. So that was that one.
Hold it.
Because something else that's making me think is the game is giving us the option to look at Mr. McGilded during all of this.
That's just because there's two people on the stand.
Right. I don't know, but the fact that it's letting us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's just because they're both on the stand.
Yeah.
It is
Like
it is
in this-
incredibly obvious when you need to look at someone else.
Okay,
Yeah.
but we get new art for Gina this way, so it was actually worth it.
Yeah,
Pretty
I never said that. I never
Absolutely
disputed that.
More like Mr. Mistinky.
Okay,
Mm.
is that true?
Hmm.
I mean, this one.
Hold it.
Couldn't see anything.
I hit
Yep.
space too soon, but too late.
So one of the seats is plusher than the other seat. Like one is like a hard seat.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
I think that was said already.
Yeah.
People don't like sitting on the seat that she was hiding under because it's not as comfortable.
It needs to be more firm, presumably because of the compartment.
Most likely.
Yeah, and people usually don't like sitting there, but McGilded does because he's a quack.
Yeah. Because he's insane.
Yeah.
Well now.
Oh, see?
Wait, what?
Where
That
was this whole
Funny
time?
about that.
Hey, wait, that didn't happen last
Also, I don't remember him doing that before. Did we just miss it?
No, there's no way we missed it. So we either already did it or this is new. Why would it be
Well,
new? I don't fucking know, but might as well find out.
Let's have a look.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
Why are you laughing? That's insensitive. Is
Alright.
something wrong, Mr. McGilded?
Back in
This
Killiston.
did not happen, right? Yeah.
Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Council?
I'm just wondering if Miss Lestrad's last comment made something occur to you, perhaps? You seem to be thinking something to yourself.
Oh, no. 'Twas nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lass is all. I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad, shut up in the dark. 'Twas terrifying, so it was.
I see. Yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark now.
What a bitch.
Aye. And I don't know about yourself, but I find that the darkness seems to make everything you hear seem that much louder as well.
Yeah. I suppose it does, maybe.
Miss Lestrade? Did you hear something that night? Anything? Unusual noise, perhaps?
Nah, not really. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring.
But jabbers, there's no need to tell the whole world of me foibles, you little scamp.
What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade has heard something, it might have given us a vital new clue. Totally not the loud bang that she mentioned, like, later.
Correct.
Not bad. It's too bad. What should we make of that last statement? It's profoundly important.
It must be.
Slam.
The music stopped.
My lord, I believe the statement just made by the witness is profoundly important.
There's no way. Profoundly important, but all she said was that she heard nothing.
Yes, which is the profoundly important point. I'm almost sure of it. Almost.
You know, like 80%.
I'm almost sure that I don't understand the inner workings of your Eastern Mind Council, nevertheless. Why am I racist?
We're all racist. Join
Miss
us.
Gina Lestrade,
Join us.
you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating that last statement, if you please. Or,
What's up, man? What you on about?
what's that about, man?
Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know you what you're trying to do, but it won't work on me.
That's right, insult the judge. Always a good move.
That's the
That's what
British way.
Trump does.
Oh, yeah.
It was training me ears to work out what was going on, but all I could hear was knowing. Press it anyways.
Press it.
Do we press that?
Press it for the culture.
So you were straining to hear what was happening the entire time? Since the moment you hit yourself?
Not exactly no.
Sorry?
Well, there was no one in the cabin sort of. We just pushed the cushion up and have bushes to see what it was.
What?
What the fuck's she talking about?
I don't know what it was as well getting on. I got me head down so he didn't notice me.
And Mr. McGilded sat on the seat under which you were hiding. What? Oh, yeah, okay. And Mr. McGilded sat on the seat under which you were hiding, correct? Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. Would you Adam and Eve it, eh? What a mug.
What?
What?
What's she talking about?
What is
Yes.
bro talking about?
We
That's
get
what
it, you
all couldn't-
wish.
So all we could do is listen. Just wait and jump out as soon as I let him leave, see?
What the fuck?
But would he? Not likely. Even though we stopped here and there, I never heard the door open.
Hold on.
I just had to stay put and listen to him driving as big as the market. Snoring like an old dog he was.
Okay, are you from Saguenay, Fred? Like, holy shit.
What?
I can't tell what you're saying.
I mean, isn't that the point?
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I can't tell where one wood stops and the next wood starts. It's great.
Correct.
That's exactly how British it's.
It doesn't add up.
Do you think it doesn't add up? The audience.
It doesn't add up.
Okay.
Doesn't
Alright,
add
that's
up.
good.
I was
You heard nobody else enter the cabin, but that doesn't explain the dead guy.
Yeah.
Well,
music
Miss
stopped.
Lestrade, what you have just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts.
At
Ah!
Judge,
That's...
At odds. Are you sure, man? What?
Man,
What?
Absolutely, man.
Wait, what?
absolutely, man.
This-
It
What is
seems
Blood
my
talking
learned
about?
Nipponese friend is not as dull-witted as I feared, man.
The Van Zeeks realized it too. Silence.
Counsel, I must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence, or some complicit party's name at the very least.
Yes, my lord.
I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction to the courts.
What about demons, my lord?
According to Miss Lestrade, whilst she was hiding in the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGilda's snoring. But think, Renastikas, think!
Slap!
Well,
Double slap.
something else she should have heard.
Show a person?
Yeah, should be person. Because, yeah, there was two guys, and she said she only heard one guy. It's kind of weird.
Very well, my lord. Allow me to elaborate. On a particular sound that Miss Lestrade could not have failed to hear on the night in question. The sound very clearly explained by the presence of the following person.
The dead guy.
That guy.
The victim.
I wonder if showing it, the evidence picture of him being dead would also work.
That'd
Yeah,
be nice if it was the case.
It's
These two are on the
Beppo.
roof. And like, okay,
First
yeah,
off.
that makes sense. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
I do like the 2D art of all the characters.
Yeah.
thrice fired Mason.
Yes, my lord. Sound that Miss Lestrade could not have failed to hear
Holy shit.
is that of the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus.
Slam. Order! Order! Explain your reasoning, so.
Miss Lestrade, allow me to confirm something.
Yeah.
You claimed earlier that you were the first person on board the omnibus. Is that correct?
Yeah, of course I was. I got one of the drivers in the pub, didn't I?
And the next person to board the omnibus was Mr. McGilded.
That it was. Not a soul was in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least, not in plain sight.
So you were, to all intents and purposes, alone in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus at that time.
Did I not just say as much? I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, I saw him get on, remember? Through the crack under the seat cushion. He was on his own for sure.
And, from what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey. During which time, did you not hear the door opening or closing at all?
Nah, I never heard it. It's exactly what I was listening for, weren't I? Waiting for the swell to leave.
In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage?
Oh,
We know that the victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Miss Lestrade's statement about what she did or did not hear is at odds with the facts.
Eh,
Yes, this petty thief's statement was clearly flawed.
Lord Van Zeeps.
Yes, he knew. He knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Miss Lestrade's statement.
Laughs
It
evilly.
would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned friend.
What are you talking about?
What is bro talking about?
You have demonstrated matters impeccably. This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreliable. Her words are convenient untruths, nothing more.
Yes.
He's dead right. I don't know why, but he's dead right.
that makes no sense whatsoever.
And this girl is a pickpocket. Let's not forget that.
Slam.
Slam? Oh,
Kill her!
Fire.
Kill them both!
Grandma's gotta go home. Just get it over with.
It's almost time for my date with Santa Claus.
She didn't even say anything.
I didn't want to judge the dear little mite just because she has some rather naughty ways. But I must say,
Shake my head.
I can't abide liars. And neither can I.
Juror number 1.
Mr. Foreman,
I didn't want to judge the girl just because she has some less than salubrious ways. But I must say, I cannot abide liars.
Copycat.
that's what she
Speaking
said.
of which, Grandma, what are you doing after this trial? We seem to get along very swell.
Ah,
None of this, that's 5 she remember leaning towards guilty.
yeah.
It's kinda our fault though.
Like multiple times would be fine.
Well, your consideration for others is refreshing, my Nipponese friend. To the considerable troubles you have spared me.
Drinks wine evilly.
Yes, very refreshing. This
Ah,
glass of infinite wine will go great with that sandwich the blonde boy eats.
What are you playing at? Have you forgotten who you're working for, you useless Eastern... A Madden?
What the fuck?
this is carnage. It's perfect. This light, tasty knife. Number 2 was the only one left.
None of this, the way this is going.
I know, if we can't find some new way to convince everyone of Mr. McGilded's innocence, the judge will rule and we'll have lost.
I very much wanted to believe the words of one of London's most respected gentlemen. But those of us in service know we must accept hard truths.
You already said that.
Death.
Hold it!
Gasp.
Yes, the witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. However, if we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed an entirely new light on this whole case.
What are you saying?
Counsel!
I'm sorry, sir. Whatever do you mean?
claim. Counsel, I will not tolerate you attempting to prorogue my adjudication. What the fuck? Explain yourself at once.
Uh,
When the accuser boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness in the stand.
Yet the victim's body was found inside that carriage. Boom.
If this petty thief's words are to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus?
deep breath, deep breath. There's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside the carriage. He was put there after he died.
I don't think it's there's another entrance. I feel like if we say there's another entrance, Ryunosuke is going to be like, but what about the skylight? And everyone's going to be like, it doesn't open, you idiot.
Yeah.
He was already there the whole time?
That's a good question.
You heard a loud bang. He was probably in there already, right?
I mean,
Since it doesn't seem to be relevant, let me ask you this. What was the loud bang?
Probably him opening the other entrance.
okay, but what if it's the opposite of what I said? What if the loud bang was him falling from the skylight?
But why is there broken glass everywhere?
I don't fucking know, dog.
Pretty sure the other two guys would have seen.
Because this is a special carriage.
I just feel like, I don't know, the way that they describe it as a loud bang seems very odd for me. Like I don't know. Like, assuming the victim is dead already and the carriage stops and he, like, lurches forward and then just, like, falls on the floor, that, to me, does not explain a startling enough loud bang that the thief girl would have woken up from, to me.
But also
Knife
keep in
explodes.
Keep in mind the comment about, like, when you can't see anything, noises feel louder than they are.
Yes. However... I feel like Mr. McGilded was fishing for something. He seems pretty sussy, right?
Yeah.
To me, it sounds like he was trying to fish for her to say something else, and she didn't give it to him.
Yeah.
But I don't understand he was in there already, because there's only one hiding spot. We already looked through the carriage. There's no other hiding spots.
Yeah.
And I don't understand he was put there after he died, because that would still require the front door to open or whatever.
I think it could be this one. But,
We could try it.
Wait. I figured
save.
it out. I've cracked the case.
Okay,
Saving
let's
case?
hear it, let's hear it.
I've cracked the case.
Okay.
Okay.
Gina said she couldn't see much because it was dark, correct?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Then she said she saw Mr. McGilded come in through the crack, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was somebody dressed as Mr. McGilded who came in. The real Mr. McGilded came in, was killed, and then they swapped places.
Okay.
I was kidding, by the way.
No, I think that, like, that is possible. I think that's possible.
What do you mean? I was kidding.
I think.
What do you mean? I was kidding.
he means that we picked the best person to pilot the game.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, it's definitely not option one for sure.
I guess.
I think it's
I mean,
option
I said skylight, but really it could be anything else.
That's
I think
true.
he was put there after he died.
Do
Almost.
people think it's option 2? Because I think it's option 3.
Nah, I think option 2 is pretty likely. Honestly, all I know is
Before
option 1
you
for sure
before
is
you
the
click
wrong.
anything, you might save just in case.
That is true.
This
Could
you
like
push G?
getting this wrong wouldn't be lethal, but at the same time, like
It'll
if
save
we
us
forget to
sometime.
save later on.
It'll just save us sometimes. That's
I'm
it.
confident. I'm so confident.
He's so confident.
He's so
Yeah.
confident he's not gonna save.
Obviously, the victim must have been placed in the carriage after he was killed.
Tell me, my learned friend, why have you not saved?
Huh?
Well said, Lord Van Zeeks. That, of course, you should have saved is troubling me also.
No. That's really not the point. The point is that the victim must have been moved into the carriage afterwards.
Then answer me this. How could a cadaver have been placed inside a moving carriage? Cadaver, whatever, fuck you.
Listen, I wasn't gonna say anything. He was gonna throw the mug at me.
I shall have to penalize the defense heavily for this irrelevant rambling.
Protagonist wrong. Incorrect. Man.
Well,
I need to ramble more relevantly.
learn from Phoenix, right?
The penalty is evidently not heavy enough, judging from those Nipponese eyes.
What
So
the
I
fuck?
ask you again. If this petty thief's words are to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus?
Well, he was there already.
And don't forget to save this
Do
time,
not save.
my Nipponese friend.
Do not save. If you save, you're cringe. A pick 3. It's 3 for sure.
It has to be
What
3.
do people think? I
Okay,
need a-
wait,
I need a second opinion.
wait. Important
Okay,
question.
lifeline on this?
Why are people saying to pick 3 after he
It's
picked 3?
3 for
It's a
sure.
joke.
No. Like, if you say it once again, they're gonna believe it.
True. I'm still leaning towards 2. I feel like, okay, think about it this way. If we assume Mr. McGilded is innocent, which is looking a little dubious right now, but if we make that assumption, there's no reason for Mr. McGilded to go inside of the carriage and then be like, ah, cool, a cadaver. I'm going to just sit here, I guess. I mean, even in that case, he would still be innocent, right? I guess. So, but it doesn't make any sense to me, especially since Gina went through the whole place to hide in there. So there has to be something else. But I don't understand what that something else could be, but that's also just how Phoenix Wright rolls sometimes.
No. I swear to you, he was put there after he died.
No.
So
Right,
I'm
hear
thinking
me
it's
out.
gotta be 2.
What if he like smashed through the skylight and like bled all over the floor, and then they replaced the skylight? They replaced the skylight afterwards, so no one noticed.
They disturbed the crime scene to fix the skylight.
I don't know how they fixed it so fast, but they did.
Okay, no, but let's think about this, right?
Uh-huh.
So he was not put there after he died, which would have been to me the most obvious thing.
Uh-huh.
I really do think it's number 1 because I was right the last time, and you have to trust me on this one.
First, you should save regardless, just because.
Don't
not
say
gonna say
He's
Easy
clearly
family.
not listening to me, so I can't be the one that says it.
Obviously, whatever I pick is right. Okay, I'm the protagonist. I can't be wrong.
Right, that is true, especially after what happened last time.
Yes. Okay, but really though.
I'm a staunch voter of number 2.
All right. What? Consider number 1. Consider number 1.
Okay.
Is it possible that he could have been there already and no one noticed?
You know, instead of speculating, we could just look at the crime scene.
No. So, what if he was there before Gina?
Right, that's the thing. Like, if it was one sleepy McGilded, that would be one thing. But it was a sleepy Mr. McGilded and a thief who went through the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm not 100. I don't think it's 1. It seems strange to me that 2 people would not have noticed that there was a whole ass dead guy in there.
What if he was in the hidden compartment and Gina was lying about hiding in the hidden compartment?
That's possible. Like,
That
it's
is possible,
He was in the hidden compartment when they pulled up to town.
but that doesn't explain why they're trying to fuck around with the evidence so much. Because, like, surely, because, like, I don't know, if he was also hiding in there, then he would be alive. We're still trying to the idea is that he was. I think is that he was dead, right?
Sure,
And
maybe,
so-
I don't know.
So
And
I
he
guess-
he did pay
so-
his share to go in too. That did happen, unless
So-
she completely lied. Well, no, she would have not lied about paying.
yeah, that is true actually. So supposedly he did pay to be on there, but if he
Yeah.
paid to be on there,
Why
somebody
is he in the
else-
big compartment?
somebody else mentioned that the front door was locked.
Right. That's true.
So I think because we're asking the question, how did he get inside? The answer is there has to be another way inside.
Okay, well, there's another entrance. It's just some bullshit that we didn't see.
Yeah.
Wait, if I
But
was right,
save.
then that's... No,
But
don't
save
save.
before
Save if
you
you're a
pick it.
coward. Save if you're a coward.
If you don't want to waste, 10 minutes.
See? You can afford the 10 minutes.
Yeah, but there's
I'm not
5
good.
of us, so it's like 50 minutes.
No, we won't have to read
Pull
it.
the trigger, Mr.
lose,
Naruhodo.
we all lose 10 minutes
I'm just
of
gonna
our
hold
lives.
control. It's not that
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, it's just you have to
Whatever.
repick every decision.
Pull the trigger, Mr. Naruhodo. Shoot him.
Can we look at the evidence?
We can.
What do you
We
think
can.
we
We can.
We
Such a
can.
coward.
He's trying to make an informed decision. Get off him.
Such a coward.
I will not get off. Thank you very much.
Get on top.
I think 2 is the one that's hardest to immediately disprove. Because 1 and 3 are easy for like the prosecutor to just be like, "Are you stupid?" Right? Like they both have like an obvious like, "Are you stupid? What? How
Right.
is that possible?"
That's
But
just-
2 is actually like, "Oh, there's another entrance. Okay, so where is it?"
Yeah.
That is true. I mean, fuck.
So like, I
But-
think logically,
but How do you explain a whole ass dead guy? Just being there already when 2 people have boarded the bus.
Yeah, like someone would have noticed.
Dude,
Someone
I
would have
don't even
noticed.
notice, like, I'm walking into, men's brothels all the time. Like, how are you gonna expect them to, like, notice a dead guy?
True.
I'm convinced it's 2. I think it's 2. If the door wasn't opened even once, the only explanation is that the victim entered the enclosed cabin some other way.
Objection.
Didn't show us.
I wondered what new fantasy you would come up with in your blind panic, and yet you still forgot to save.
No, it's fine.
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
It's fine. we can salvage this.
Yeah.
I'm joking, by the way. That was correct. That was correct.
If we bring up migratory patterns of geese in the 3rd quarter, we can bring this back.
But behold, the omnibus is here for all to see.
See, this is what I thought. They have to
Only one
investigate
side
this.
of the enclosed cabin is furnished with a door. The other has
Spin.
only windows.
Spin.
The poster does match that photo of the dead guy. By the way.
It's no longer
Fixed
spinning.
windows, which cannot possibly open. In short,
What about the
there
photo?
is no entrance to the cabin other than the door.
What if he came off with a puddle of blood like a vampire?
True.
That's my job. If he was able
It
to
could
do
be.
that, I would have killed him already.
There's one possibility you haven't considered.
From the
Oh,
bottom,
really?
under the carpet.
Yes, one other way inside that isn't the door. Another opening, the use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin.
Yes.
Alright, counsel.
Show us. Yep.
The defense will identify the location for the court. Here is the omnibus on which the incident occurred.
I'll have to do it through this.
Where on
Oh
earth is this
no.
entrance by which you propose the victim entered the cabin?
Oh no, I don't. I'm not very confident about
Give
this.
it!
I'm not very confident about this one. I'm sorry. to say.
My lone friend, you still have the ability to save. I will not think any less of you if you do. My opinion could not be lowered any further.
You are a coward.
I cannot save. It's not possible.
If you save, my opinion of you will not drop. It's already on the floor.
If you save, my opinion of you will drop.
Can I get a poll? Can I get a poll? What's more likely, the floor or the ceiling?
It has to be. It has to be the skylight.
It has to be the
I'm
solid.
I'm calling my shot right now. He actually did fall like Gibby.
No. There is the hidden entrance is under the rug from the floor.
Because I actually think it might be the floor because there's a pool of blood on the floor for no reason that wasn't there before.
But that has to be like fixing.
Can I,
like the smoke bomb happened,
wait.
and now the crime scene is sussy.
Wait, no, like, open the court records.
hang on.
No,
No,
Hang on.
it's coward.
Yeah, that's checking
Was-
evidence. That's totally okay.
Yeah, it gives, nerd energy. You just call it as you see it.
I just want us to, like, remember what was said 5 minutes ago. He was put there after he died.
That was wrong. That was wrong.
The
That was
point
wrong.
is that the victim must have been... Yeah. How could a cadaver have been placed inside a moving carriage?
I don't know.
So if he came through the floor
Someone would have to lift him up.
while the carriage is moving...
Okay, no, I see where you're going.
Like,
I see where you're going.
I'm trying to be hands off, but like
Yeah.
we established 5 minutes ago that if he entered the cabin, if he wasn't already there, it was while the cabin was moving.
Okay. Yeah. It has to be the skylight. If coming up to the floor would be certain death. Right? Like you would just be trampled.
Did bro jump from a fucking building, landed stealthily, and then opened the skylight, went inside, closed it, and the other two chumps in? He might have done that before the other two chumps came in.
It has to be
I'm
the skylight.
voting
There's
skylight.
There's no other place.
Yeah,
Pull
no
the
other
fucking
place,
trigger.
right?
Be ready to be wrong, but yeah, okay, sure. I'm saying it's the floor.
I'm so okay with this. I'm so okay
It's
with this.
literally never been wrong.
The music stopped. That's how you know he's wrong.
The answer is obvious. It can only have been the skylight.
I say the skylight.
Thank you, Judge.
Objection.
Your ludicrous proposal almost has me lost for words. However,
It has me lost 5 words.
The skylight may well be large enough for someone to pass through.
motherfucker, did you just cut me off? So you claim. But do you have a shred of evidence to support your addle-brained theory?
Hey, I
About
told you that in confidence.
Both Mr. McGilded and Miss Lestrade said the same in their testimonies. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud, such as the noise made by someone falling to the floor.
I called it.
Yes. Which has already been explained, you pea-brained something Nepalese, as the sound of the victim falling from his seat, having been assaulted with a dagger.
Yes, it has, but would a man slipping from the seat onto the floor really have made such a loud noise as the witnesses described?
I told you.
A noise loud enough to cause Miss Lestrade to let out an involuntary cry, in fact?
I told you.
Good gracious.
Perhaps, in fact, that was the moment that the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it.
Objection.
Objection.
You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin.
Unto the dagger, so there's no killer, it's a suicide.
That's simply impossible.
How can you be so sure?
Because if the victim had fallen inside through the skylight, as you say, the passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. And yet, not one person made mention of such events in their testimony.
Well, yeah, that's true, but
I said hold it this time. It was me. Might a humble fella make a wee comment here?
Can I check something real quick while we're like kind of between shit?
No.
No.
Mr. McGill did.
Okay.
To be sure now, the two fellas who were sat on the roof that testified afore said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, that 'tis not so much a case of them not saying, but... Aye. 'Tis a case of them being unable to say.
Mm.
What the fuck?
What?
I think perhaps the two fellas do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened.
They killed him?
Would yous not agree, fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
Oh my goodness. Surely not.
Those two chaps in the roof?
You mean the ones who stuck that knife in the man were...
Grandma jump scare.
Grandma jump scare.
It was you! Just what exactly are you insinuating here, you blitherer?
What the fuck?
What?
Call me a slur.
You rotter, he said. You rotter! What are you insinuating?
What the fuck is he
What are you
doing?
doing?
Bro shaking his ass so hard.
Throwing it back.
This is a flaming outrage. I have a good mind to give you a blinker in a minute.
He'll give you a shiner in a minute, he said, and so will I.
Mr. Fairplay,
He's
you're
throwing
effectively
back.
accusing me, a city gentleman and a well-respected banker.
And me, a very angry hatter.
Might I say a mad hatter?
Shut the
Suggesting
fuck
that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts. It's a disgrace. It's scandalous. It's
me throating this fucking.
I protest. I protest in the strongest possible terms.
That's right. I protest too. And about you, you rotten scoundrel.
Hola! Hola!
I like how Von Zeeks is like still just pointing. His model hasn't changed.
Right. He's frozen in terror at what he's witnessed.
I finished saying the
Discuss.
thing. You can. I will not permit this wanton invasion of the stand. Return to the ante-room at once.
But this is beyond reason, my lord. It's outrageous.
It's very hurtful, you know.
He's a mad
My
man.
lord, if I may comment.
Go ahead, Lord Van Zeeks.
It was the defense that incited this outburst from the witness. My learned friend has seen fit to abandon all protocol and accuse the witnesses without proof.
Accuse? I never intended to.
It seems, young Nipponese, that your command of the English tongue is wanting.
What? Huh?
You propose to this court that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck of the omnibus. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events. You have branded these gentlemen liars. You have what the fuck? Intimated?
Yes.
You have intimated their criminal guilt.
The British.
In our British courts of law, this is what is termed a baseless accusation. And this
Not
time,
based.
there is no Phoenix right to say, I assure you it's quite based.
It's not based. Huh? I know I was rash to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but you can't just dismiss it without a second thought. What are we wasting time for? Get them to Testify.
I thought there was something fishy about that hat from the moment I laid eyes on the fellow.
He's not a real hatter. We have to see this matter through now, one way or the other.
If there's filth and rubbish in our midst, we must dispose of it at once.
That's kind of intense, don't you think?
Testify. Testify.
What's happening, Nerudo-san?
The spectators in the public gallery they're in a complete frenzy.
Mr. Fapley and Mr. First.
My lord?
Ah! I lost it. You will take the stand again and make another formal testimony. In reference to the indictment brought by the defense.
Yes, my lord.
I didn't come here for this.
He's snickering. Laughs darkly.
There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keeping pushing forward.
Can I check the thing I wanted to check now?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, why not?
Is this open?
There's a latch.
Either there is a latch.
Do we want to read this or am I mashing through it?
Yeah, just mash it.
I believe we've read this before. They did not mention the latch, but I can obviously see a latch right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, I didn't mean to do that. Also, like, I kind of expected someone to point this out when we checked it the second time, but like the blood stain is right below the skylight.
Yeah.
It, like, never got pointed out.
I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, it's obviously there's nowhere else for it to be.
Can you not examine the skylight from inside?
I
believe
imagine
I
it's the
tried.
same thing.
yeah, I imagine it's good reason.
And with no music to back it up either.
Oh yeah, I did this before. It says there's no handle, so
Oh,
it
it can't be opened from inside. It can only be opened from the outside.
Yeah, that now they mention that there's no handles.
Alright.
Are you good? Are you good,
Yeah.
Dobby?
That's all I wanted to check. I will now not have lines. Have fun.
We were the only two people up on that roof deck, dead or alive. I can swear to that.
If anything had happened while we were sitting, don't you think one or the other of us would have noticed?
In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man.
Skylar was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't have possibly have opened it.
You can hear like a horse galloping.
He's not a hatter, he's a horse in disguise.
If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? Prove it.
Oh, there's two things to prove.
I must say that on listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine.
Still you judge.
How either witnesses could have performed any malevolent act on this open rooftop deck.
Still you judge.
Without the other noticing forthwith.
My lord, you are very good at keeping us in suspense, but please do not. I have
That's
a
right,
date
you
with...
see.
Well,
We're innocent, I tell you.
Although, logically, of course, the argument falls down if the two of you were in collusion with the other.
What?
Uh-huh.
according to investigations by Scotland Yard, the two witnesses share no common dealings.
Well, I don't trust coppers any more than I trust the stinking rich.
Based.
Something doesn't feel right here. The trial is going in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy?
Judge.
One sec. Counsel, for the defense, over to you, please. Your cross-examination, please.
Oh, yes, my lord.
He even said please twice.
My lord, you're being way too polite to this foreigner.
Right, time to press.
Alright, you're lying. You're lying. Who else was there? So in no time did the victim, Mr. Mason, climb up to join you on the roof deck. Absolutely not, Dickin.
Dick. No question about it, he said. None at all. I can't form a single thought on my own self. I have to back him up like a backup dancer or something. Oh, but yes, of course. I remember seeing them both. You! Crank that, soldier boy. I saw the victim inside the enclosed cabin talking with this man here.
Objection. Get on with it.
Is this true, Mr. McGilded?
Dear me, my lord, at the risk of repeating myself. He is so unhappy. I boarded the omnibus alone and nodded off inside almost immediately.
That's an outright lie. Without doubt, you were engaged in.
Let me stop you there, fella, and ask. Do you have any evidence at all? At all?
At all?
Ah,
'Tis all about evidence in the courts these days, so it is. You'd do well to remember that.
sure. I saw you with my own eyes. Oh, this is going so well. Alright. Well, did you notice? Did you? Well, it was on the final run of the omnibus at past 10 o'clock in the evening. It would certainly have been quite dark, perhaps too dark to see clearly. Is this some kind of a lark?
Is this some kind of a joke, he said? Is that what this is?
Perhaps one of the other of you fell asleep briefly. Are you fair dinkum, sir?
What the fuck?
What?
Are you serious, sir? That's what he said. It's impossible, I tell you. I'm his official translator.
I'd give you the keys to the vault if you could fall asleep in that bitter cold. And if you did manage it, your eyelids would freeze shut and you'd never open them again. That's extreme.
You! It was extreme, I tell you. And we had to put up with it because this man had locked the door. Any true gent would have unlocked it and let me in when I knocked. I'm dreadfully sorry about that, young fella. But you
Just
see,
mad fella.
I was away with the fairies, and I didn't hear you at all. That's a lie. I'm not animated anymore. Wow.
T-posing, but on your
I
side.
saw you through the glass. You were talking to somebody. Now. 'Twas a cold night, so it was. People do be seeing things that aren't real in the cold. 'Tis hardly surprising. Seeing things? Seeing things? Judge.
Yeah, come on, Judge, hurry up. I believe we have reached an impasse here on this particular point.
Oh, you! Why, I oughta. Don't take it personally now, lad. If I'm a suspect in this case, then 'tis only fair that you and the other fiend are too.
Whose fee?
Open and free competition is what a capitalist society is all about. This isn't a competition I should like to be involved in, really.
Alright. Is that true? Are you lying about that? So you had never met Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason before? Oh, Lumi, no, not once, never.
He'd never met the man before, he said. Never.
And you, Mr. Hurst, had no prior dealings with the victim either.
That's right, sir. Hatters don't have much to do with brickmakers, to be perfectly honest, sir.
No,
Oh.
I imagine not.
You see, how many different ways can I put this? Neither of us have the remotest connection to the gentlemen who were inside the cabin. What's so funny, Mr. McGilded?
Yes, Counsel. What can I be doing you for?
Did the witness's last statement give you pause for thought somehow?
Not the remotest connection. Is that right now, I wonder?
Hmm? What are you insinuating now?
Ah, Mr. Fairplay. It has been too long, so it has.
Eh?
If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe 'tis fast approaching, is it not? Your repayment date.
I beg your pardon?
You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir.
At an unconscionable rate of interest. You tricked me. It's extortion.
Well, now, is that a touch of begrudgery, is it? The sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fella to pass off his crimes on another.
Arr!
And young Mr. First. Me, sir? What would you want with me, sir? You do be making hats for a living, do you not? That there top hat sliding about on your head. Is that one of your own creations, is it? Oh, I'm still just an apprentice, you understand. I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine gent walks through the door. The perfect fit, is it? Well, 'tis a very distinctive design, so it is. Many customers like it, I tell you. They like a distinctive touch.
Damn.
Customers, such as Thrice-Fired Mason. Ah. There was a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence before, my lord.
Oh,
My lord.
ah. This, you mean?
I just can't help thinking that the poor fella's hat looks, distinctly familiar. Wouldn't you say? Oh. That's one of my hats. Aye, that it is. So, it would seem the brickmaker was a customer of yours. The sort of customer, I'd wager, you could have had a wee quarrel with over the distinctiveness of the goods. Oh, no, sir. Absolutely not, sir. Well, there's really nothing more to add. It wouldn't be right to say that the two fellas here haven't the remotest connection to the victim, you see.
He's got a point.
I rest my case.
You little weasel. Arr!
Almost capitalist.
Better just deny him.
Gosh, Mr. McGilden has certainly been thorough in this research, hasn't he?
Please, don't let me don't let me a little interrupt and hold up the proceedings.
Judge
Is
got
that
an
an
achievement.
achievement for that? Huzzah!
Hat hunter.
Straight up hunting hats, if you know what I mean.
Alright, you're lying.
I guess I was wrong, and those do, like, sometimes not go anywhere. Interesting. I don't remember that.
Are you quite certain about that? The skylight was shut the entire time? I'm going to lose my block with you in a minute.
Oh fuck, you're
He's going to lose his rag with you in a minute. That's what he said.
Take a look for yourself. Go on. You see, it's shut fast now, just like it was on the night.
So it is. Of course, a fellow the size of Mr. Mason could likely break right through it still, and all.
What?
Just looking at the size of the thing, you understand?
Ah. Oh, you hold on there a minute, sir. The size of the ting means nothing.
That's not what she
Not
said.
on its own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we? Let's stop biting our cane.
I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind. Loudly. I shocked myself with it as it happens.
This is an unexpected confession, Mr. First.
Oh, I just mean to say, well, the point is, I tried to open the skylight, you see. So, Oh, but just my luck. I couldn't make it budge. The stench was terrible. Everyone was looking daggers at me, sir. I went as red as rouge, I did.
Are you expecting me to sentence you?
What?
My lord,
No,
he
sir.
farted. Send him to
The
jail.
point is,
Straight to
go to jail. The skylight can't be opened. I tried and tried when I was inside that cabin of shame.
Gina said
Hold up,
something I
hear
couldn't hear.
someone. I hear someone. What? You suddenly have gains animation. What happened?
She's looking mighty smug.
The cat isn't yawning.
Do you have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade?
First name Ball or Ball Estrade.
Miss Lestrade.
It opens.
Hmm?
This correlate. This is wood with token belt, right?
Gun?
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah.
All them skylights open. Dead easy.
More easily than you can load that weapon.
Yes.
That's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I broke wind, I...
You can't do it from inside, you mug.
Oh.
Look, a few weeks ago was an up on the floor deck of one of them drags. They had a great haul. I mean, that purse is coming out me ears.
Miss Lestrade, this is not the forum to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activity and or proclivities.
Well, anyway, I had a bit of scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse, he got wise to me. All four of them surrounded me, so I couldn't hop off the bus and leg it. So what it was, I used a skylight, opened the catch and jumped right through.
What?
Yeah, the catch of them skylights is on the top side. That's why you can't open them from the cabin.
The light opens from the roof deck?
Bailiff,
Mailer!
climb up onto the roof of the omnibus at once and verify this witness's claims.
Hey, how come the judge voice changed?
What up?
Because the old one took too long.
The old one fell asleep.
Ah, there you go. I don't.
Oh, my hat!
Thank you.
He kicked me right in my hats.
Say, look at this gun.
Slam, slam, slam.
That's to the tune.
Order! Order!
Ah!
So, it appears that this street girl's statement is quite true.
I don't think you can call her a street girl.
I don't believe it. The skylight opens, and from the roof deck,
Hello, Dosan. This could be the clue we've been looking for.
Your accents are bleeding.
Shit. No, she was British in the cutscene somehow.
True.
Somehow.
Counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross examination.
yes, my lord. So, the skylight opens.
My
You
learned
should
friend, I
investigate.
would like to inform you that the autopsy report has been updated.
Not again.
Okay. Yeah, you can press that.
Press Y.
I wonder we established proof. Well, not. Well,
Hello, people houses.
That's right. I demand to hear it.
Is that an Melia profile picture? That is.
Yeah, but we get the proof.
Yeah, sorry, hang on. I had to move my OBS.
that I. No, of course you won't.
Yeah, I've played the game, so I know shit, and I'm trying to not talk about things, and all of my friends are playing for the first time. It is pretty good. I do concur.
Is there any difference? It is. Yes, but it is not fastened at the moment, so we can slide it open from in here. I should pronounce my words now. Fuck.
How many lawyers does it take to open a skylight?
Yes, it does open very wide, doesn't it? Wide enough to kick someone like you, though. True. Certainly, Naruto-san.
Why someone like me?
Ah,
What is it?
look, just here. Just look at this.
Yeah, how let's play again.
That's without question.
It's blood.
No, it's ketchup.
Why would there be a blood stain there?
Wow, I wonder. Surely. It can't be unrelated to the case, can it?
Maybe
No,
there's
somebody just had a nosebleed. It's like it's different blood.
Is
That's
this
from last
blood or
week.
ketchup? Time to taste it to find out.
Oh, that actually nice.
Nice.
Got updated. That's good. Oh, there's our proof.
Yeah, there's
My
our
lord,
proof.
friend,
This
the
is-
autopsy has actually been updated this
That's
time.
probably the proof we wanted, right?
Yeah, I believe that's what we
What
wanted.
else is
Right.
old?
Nothing. You can go back.
I like to think that the vampire is like looking at like his own copy of the omnibus report, and it updates in real time, and he's just, what the fuck?
There wasn't blood here a minute ago. I would have known. I'm a
We
vampire.
came-
Blood is my whole thing. Sorry.
We came here to say what we saw, I tell you. Not for this. Shit.
You call us both shicers. What Brenda says criminals.
You call us liars. That's what he means. And accuse us of doing it.
What?
Doing it, I mean jorking my peanuts.
Doing your mom. As it stands at the moment.
Huh?
There's no hard evidence that incriminates yourselves now, is there? I believe we're in much the same position as one another here.
Hmm? Ah!
Okay, he needs to stop throating his fucking cane.
He can do with his cane what he so desires.
I could say, I mean, I don't know anything about them. But by the same token, I don't really know anything about them. So hard to know what to believe.
I think We should try to remember that it's evidence alone that can truly determine the outcome of a trial.
Evidence.
No one can argue against decisive evidence that we totally did not obtain like a minute ago, including the members of the jury.
So you're saying that what we need now is to find evidence.
Oh god.
Nerodo-san, precisely.
My learned friend, I would like to remind you that you cannot possibly find any evidence.
I think I just need to press the last statement again.
Can we take 5 minutes so I can
No,
go to
you-
the bathroom?
No, you don't even need to
I will
press it.
voice
think you
you
can just
one character
present
for you.
now.
I'm not
Okay.
doing shit anyway.
Honestly, I think like you can just present on the last one. Like he says, "What's your proof?" There you go. That's the way you present the proof.
Yeah, he's literally asking for it.
Yep. There's a bloodstain visit. You don't even need to press it. It's
My learned
updated
friend,
now,
I
so-
would request. Never mind, the
Clap.
music stopped.
Yep.
You win this round.
No, this one's pretty obvious, Chief.
The victim was
Yes, but
fatally
it's
stabbed
courtesy.
in the stomach.
It has been a
And
minute
we
since we
are-
saved.
The victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts, and the irrefutable proof. It remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom. What? That's utter humbug. Ah, you can't possibly have any evidence.
No, you can't. I mean, we didn't do it, I tell you. It's impossible.
Irrefutable proof. Here, in this courtroom, at this time of day, located entirely within your kitchen. Counsel.
My lord,
I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here,
no, I can't just make leading statements.
Where exactly within the omnibus is this evidence to which you allude? Alright, Ladle Paper Houses, have a good one.
A lewd.
You will point out what it is that proves the victim fell from the roof deck through the skylight.
Well, you know exactly. It's fucking what's the point?
Where could it be?
Oh wait,
It's-
no, it's right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Wrong side.
Judge, look at this fucking blood.
My learned friend, you've pressed the wrong button.
Died.
Alright.
It's unrelated. It's definitely unrelated. Got it!
Got it!
So British.
By Jupiter! Is that... blood? Blimey!
Ah! This bloodstain proves two things.
Yo, why did I hear somebody scream my name?
Don't worry about it.
I didn't have.
When
I
the
said I was be
intruder
right back.
Don't worry about it.
I'm still be
skylight
right
of
back.
the omnibus was open. What? And secondly, the victim was allegedly bleeding when he fell through the opening.
Oh my.
And so it follows that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime.
Hmm.
No.
No.
Order! Order! Order!
This is your...
Hold it.
Okay,
Hold
he
it.
had a voice.
Hold it, but the blood could have sprayed up there when the fellow was stabbed inside the cabin.
And only found its way to that one particular spot on the skylight? Sure. And that would be very convenient. And let's keep it in mind that this skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? But, there's no way to know for certain, is there? If the gen really fell through the skylight, I mean. Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First?
Oh, way ahead of you.
But that lesson wasn't always there, though. That's the weird part. Incoming twist!
'Tis all too plain, you see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fella dropped from a fair height right there, so it is.
What? No.
It can't be. It's all lies!
Lies!
My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we?
I believe we can. Yes, sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom. Points at them.
Yeah. So they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they?
I won't tolerate any of the guild's carriages being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it.
Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful poet couldn't have done such a thing. Ignore the fact where I voted him guilty twice. On 3 then, everyone. 1, 2,
They all vote for guilty on accident.
3! Yeah.
Objection!
There you go. Someone's objected. It's his
Objection.
A chilling performance, Mr. McGilded.
Oh? And what would you be referring to there now, Lord Van Zeeks?
A blood stain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and void.
What? Why?
Because I said so.
Because it wasn't presented
For
before court,
one
which is, I guess,
extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed.
indeed.
Hmm.
He's correct.
What are you talking about? It's there for all to see. It's clearly blood.
Objection!
I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can state with absolute surety, no such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least, not until this trial began.
What?
And they keep killing somebody. That's crazy.
Judge, you were just
Oh,
here.
I'm making food. I'm making food.
Okay.
Are you suggesting, Lord Van Zeeks, that this stain of blood was fabricated, my lord? Yes. And while this court has been in session,
What?
Nani?
Who do I?
What a palaver.
Hey, what now?
I
Yeah,
must
no
say, I
palaver,
didn't expect
please.
such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Van Zeeks. But I'm Magnus McGilded, a fella known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life. I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight to the bitter end. Even if it's just rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey.
Mr. McGilded, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts.
Doubt the facts. What does that even mean?
When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilden's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir.
Tut tut, Lord Van Zeeks. This'll not do, to be sure. Will it now, Counsel?
What? Oh, no.
I think it's fair to say this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood on the skylight didn't exist, you say?
It's true, though.
But if yous would all cast your minds back, is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood in without the world and his wife seeing? Isn't that right now, Counsel?
The omnibus has been in full view the entire time that recorded the session.
My learned friend.
Except for that one time with the smoke
Right.
bomb.
He dropped the Nipponese, getting less racist.
Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter, in your own words.
As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me, I think it could have been possible.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think,
No,
guys?
that's of course.
Thoughts? Okay.
Of course.
As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best as I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend did. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility.
Oh,
Good gracious. Explain yourself, Counsel. Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from this deceit. Deceit?
I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade.
it's me fault, yeah. Bang!
Ah, she did it again!
Be careful on the other side, it's a flashback!
Bailiff,
Bang.
don't let the
Flashback.
accused escape. Secure the omnibus.
It's a flashback, don't panic.
Yes. I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody.
The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, to the veil of smoke and in all the chaos, points could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus.
Still posing.
Wait, point!
Are you wise? What are you trying to pull, you rotten feckless gouger?
Feckless Gouger?
You're supposed to be defending me. 'Tis a wicked plot. There's a plot to undermine me, so it is.
Objection!
Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same.
Ah,
After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus. Inconsistencies? Such as... To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning. Unfortunately, Lord Van Zieks, no one is able to corroborate your claims, except for the defense attorney, but that's not important.
But when the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut.
Accordingly, I'm afraid to say, we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not. Indeed, my lord, no doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things.
What do you think?
Sorry, what?
About I'm coughing. About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus?
I have an inkling. Woomy or something.
Woomy!
Yeah.
What the fuck?
My lord,
Yes, counsel.
there is one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial.
It's the pool of blood.
What?
What in the devil's name are you gonna say now?
Or is it the storm?
If you dare betray me, you little maggot, you'd better start watching your back.
Silence, McGilded. The court awaits the defense's clarification.
Trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's true and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here?
I shall have to ask you to elaborate, counsel. Where exactly is this alleged mark that you claim appeared at some point during the trial, and don't even think about saving?
We never saved.
I'm pretty sure it was that. Yeah, now they're gonna.
Good, it's... We can say that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin. We would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this bloodstain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom.
Good lord. Yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel. Well said. Although, as advocate for the defense, one might say that it was a very careless slip of the tongue. You can see him fuming over there.
I'm positively fuming over here.
I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether the evidence is genuine, or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there is at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. What is he talking about?
Lies.
Ah! This trial is over.
Mr. McGilded?
I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but it is all over now.
But you're the defendant.
'Tis over, I tell you. Memory, recollection, what people think they saw is all nonsense. Facts are what counts, and the fact is that bloodstain is there now.
Well,
And over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, that good-for-nothing Reaper of the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all.
Damn that.
I'm scandalized, so I am. I'd thought better of the Lord Van Zeeks. Well, my lord?
Sigh. I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence. And in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence, shake my head. I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue.
your lordship can't be serious.
Lord Van Zeeks, what is your position?
The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present.
Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first.
What formality?
As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilded would be found not guilty,
Yes.
which would mean we've won. but at what cost?
Yay! Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now? With all these unexplained inconsistencies?
Counsel for the defense. Your closing statement, please.
Hmm.
Women are gay.
The defense believes. Do I really say that?
Do not save. If you
Do
say
I really say this?
No, it's one
And
of those.
roll?
It's one of those Pokemon choices.
Yeah,
With
there's
Rowan
no
right
there's
now?
no like damage indicator at the top. It doesn't matter.
With
True.
rowing? Okay. I'll be on the same team as Lord Van Sykes.
My
the
lord
defense
has done well.
accuses the defendant.
I am here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot in all good conscience attest fully to the defendant's innocence.
Well,
What are you saying, man?
saying mine is so weird. It's British, right?
Without any question, there is no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there is also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent.
Good. Good? Good gracious me.
That's like good.
Order! Order! This is unprecedented behavior, counsel. A defense lawyer calling the accused innocence into question. Are you of sound mind, man?
I'm throwing.
Laughs darkly.
Oh, it was a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer, so it was. A grand decision.
What?
I must say, I didn't expect quite such an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still.
Here, Johnny Guilty Gear. Have this for your troubles.
Ah, my eye.
Your job here is done, fella. And some fine work you done, so you have.
What do you mean?
'Tis just as the right honorable gentleman so succinctly put it before. The trial can't go on anymore. And your closing statement there was, now, how did he put it? Nothing more than a formality.
He laughs darkly.
What?
Well, Luigi.
He's Mario. IRL.
I really don't know what to make of all this.
Was the evidence we've seen genuine, or was it fake?
His lordship would be fuming. Any unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said.
Just thinking Retro is guilty of something. You mark my words.
I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us that lovely park.
Now that proceedings have unfolded in this way, I am compelled to declare a premature end to this trial, which I'm very familiar with. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea of not guilty by reason of cum.
I thank you kindly, my lord.
I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court. Objection!
But wait, well, we still have to determine if the bloodstain and the omnibus is real or not. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea what the truth.
Lord Van Zeeks.
My lord.
The case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place.
My sincerest apologies, my lord.
But wait. When we were back here from the courtroom, Lord Van Zeeks ordered the evidence to be secured.
I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter.
That's so unfair.
The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment.
What?
Well, Lord Van Zeeks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. Except for all those times where you crossed my back.
Do you mean to tell me that this has all been a grand waste of time?
Yes.
'Tis the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law.
Magnus McGilded.
Good grief. You've more to say to me, have you?
Just one thing. A warning. This is far from over.
Well, something to look forward to then.
What a Chad.
Wah!
Wah.
Wah!
I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded, and the prosecutor, Lord Van Zeeks, husband and wife.
Now,
I do.
Mr. McGilded,
Confetti! Woo! Fireworks!
if you would please. I
Kiss
don't,
me
I don't
on
even
the
know how.
lips
I don't even know how to
right
make the fucking reference. I was gonna reference Magnus Carlsen and the butt plug. I don't even know how to segue it though.
It's an outrage. What are you talking about? He's innocent. That was the most worthless.
Please put this plug in your butt so then enter a chess tournament.
What?
The fucking. Never mind. It's just because his name is Magnus.
For the second time that day, the judge delivered his verdict. My first ever trial of Great Britain came to an abrupt end, with the defendant being found not guilty, ostensibly a victory for us. Wow, that was anticlimactic.
Correct.
Are we stopping here?
I think we can go a little more at least. Like, case isn't quote unquote over yet, but it's over.
Yes, it certainly was a long trial.
But it's also only 9:30. Well, I guess 10:30.
Yeah, it
but
was really long. Jesus Christ.
Your first ever trial on foreign soil, and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations.
And you, Mr. Dato. Thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. Trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened.
Well, we didn't have enough time. We kind of got there at the literal last second.
But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that.
The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection.
Prosecution sucks.
McGill.
McGilded probably.
Aye, that you did.
I will be right back.
Mr. McGilded. Ah, and that girl.
Well, seems the stories are true.
Oh, what sorts?
About the 6 enormous fireworks they do be letting off when there's a verdict of not guilty.
I was wondering about that.
I guess it's canon.
I'm sure you must have seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say?
Of course it's canon. What do you think shoots the fireworks?
Want want.
Definitely.
I'd heard it was a sight to behold, and to be sure it was. And I have you to thank, I suppose, for having an opportunity to see it. Wah!
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I really did anything.
What on earth are you saying, fella? How did I walk out of here a free man then?
I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning.
You're a straight-talking fella, ain't you? I must say, you had me astray in the head there once or twice. But you're young and headstrong. Ha 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 ha! Ah, it's water under the bridge.
Congratulations, Mr. McGilded, on having your name cleared.
Nothing's his own.
I'm definitely not coming back for another case. There's only one thing that matters to me.
Oh?
Aye. They've all seen that I didn't do that odious and absonant deed.
Got it.
'Tis grand, is it not?
I suppose it is.
Now, fine fellas of Scotland Yard can take matters in hand and sort out any wee details. They'll see it for what it is. They'll get to the truth. I have absolute faith in them, so I have. After all, I do be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes I pay. Ha 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 ha!
Not really that funny.
It is to me. So then, as we agreed aforehand, 1,000 guineas for your troubles, fella.
Oh, no, I couldn't possibly accept that much.
Alright, be whist. You're a humble people, are you? You from the east?
What the fuck?
You fucking weeb? Well, if you insist. Hiya. But have this. Still and all, you deserve a reward.
Mr. Magnus McGilded. Everything is ready, sir. If you'd like to follow me into the courtroom.
Into the courtroom.
What's this, officer? 'Tis sooner than I was led to believe.
I hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There were some changes to the schedule.
It's pronounced schedule.
Thank you. There were some changes to the schedule.
Thank you. I must be making tracks now. 'Tis time for the inspection.
Sorry, what inspection?
They're gonna examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself.
You're going to examine it again? Now?
Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any more of this matter now. But, as an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing my best to help where I can. 'Tis a gentleman's duty, so it is. So then, fare thee well. 'Twas an absolute pleasure meeting yous. I hope you have a whale of a time while you're studying here in Great Britain.
Oh, well, I.
Oh, whale you.
In Wales.
And a whale I go.
A free man. Who are you? Oh, I forgot she was here too.
Oh, Bob.
Don't shoot!
Wasn't that already loaded?
Now there's two.
Don't move.
Whereas I want to say, get a move on. She really does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrade, would you mind putting that thing down?
No.
You're a grown-up.
Sorry,
And I ate all grown-ups.
you ate
What do they taste like?
Yeah.
Ah, there you are.
It could be anyone.
Oh.
Who?
Who the fuck is this?
That was not
Hey,
the right
hey,
voice.
Fred. Hey, Fred. Would you like to voice another little girl?
Is this within my voice range?
It's okay. I'll do it.
Yeah, Felix can do it. It'll be the Quebecian thing.
Naughty, naughty, running off like that.
That works.
Okay.
Is this some kind of picnic? Who's this little girl now?
And why does she have her own theme song?
And taking
Because she's
out
a
of
boy.
you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher.
That's not.
Ah.
I don't like this voice, honestly.
Oh, do you want to play? You won't beat me.
Grr.
Excuse me, but who are you?
Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
The inventor?
Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, white, and more white. If you have to be shrouded in smoke, It could at least be a pretty color, I thought to myself.
Do we have to be shrouded in smoke, though? Like, at all?
I just took my eyes off it for a moment whilst I was changing into a different omnibus, and she pinched it. And by it, I mean, luckily, I fitted it with a telegraphic beacon.
I tell you, what? I have no idea what this girl is talking about.
Anyway, you're coming with me now. Back to my laboratory.
What for?
To apologize, of course, silly. To my technician.
What? You mean, is it sorry?
You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before.
An adult? I don't listen to no adults.
Come along then. Follow me.
It's fine. Have it your way.
Oh, good. You see, I knew you want to do the right thing in the end.
I'm fairly sure that what she wants is to not get shot by that massive gun of yours.
Party's legal.
We'll be leaving now then. Bye-bye! What? I'm so sorry for all the fuss. What the fuck says bye and then never mind?
Yeah. Well.
Man, that show was an interesting theme for a character that we're never going to see again.
He sure was a lively one, that question mark character.
Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way now, too?
Oh yeah, you're right. But where to?
Oh,
We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London than we had to rush here. All our traveling case is still with the bailiff.
I was originally planning to spend the day in search for lodgings.
At this late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck.
Don't worry though, I have a plan.
I'll
If the
sleep
worst
in
comes to
another
the
bed.
worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night.
Don't tell me it's Mr. McGilda's park. Please tell me it.
The protagonist times 2.
Yes. I know it may be a little chilly at this time of year, but our whole youthfulness will see us through being a homeless for one day.
They can cuddle for
I'm not
warmth.
so sure about that. I think a midwinter London night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an elderly.
Oh dear. That doesn't sound agreeable. Look at me, I'm crying.
Oh no! Don't
You made her cry. What did you do?
This is
How
the
could you
first
be so
time she's
heartless?
cried, and her like best friend has died, and she didn't cry.
True.
And then making women cry.
Now I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilda down. That 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room or mansion.
I wonder if the offer is still open.
Yeah, me
Can we
going
get
back.
bribes still? And so, the trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we would soon learn, there were more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned, the case was far from over. Dun dun dun.
And now, a word from our sponsor, Audible.
What? They fucking put on.
How did this happen?
What the
I
fuck
don't know,
is
sir.
this?
By the time I got here, it was already engulfed. No one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating. No. Oh, good God. There's someone in there.
What is it, my lord? Oh, you found the gift that I definitely didn't leave.
It's been another murder.
And
Oh, we're investigating this one.
idea.
Prepare to be surprised.
It's
See, we
actually-
didn't need to save the game. What were you talking about?
We clutched it. Well,
Alright,
yeah, I guess it is a
won't
good
stop.
stopping point, yeah.
I won't stop here. Is that okay? with
Thank
everyone?
God.
That's fair, yeah. It's a good stopping point.
It's
Yeah,
funny
I-
enough, no, it's not. But also, I don't know how long until the thing I'm thinking of. So yeah, it's fine.
Episode 4, The Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro. Translator's note, Kokoro means heart.
Huzzah.
Okay. Get me out of here.
Who wants to play board games now?
I do.
What do you want to play?
I'm hungry. Now
Do you want to play the crew again?
I mean, I'm down, but I don't think others are.
Blue, do you want to play board games?
Maybe. I'd like to eat a thing first.
Yeah.
Oh,
The game he's pitching is the card game that I had at the ball.
Okay.
I don't know how much you paid attention. I don't
No.
know if others are gonna want to play. Amp doesn't
I'm
like
down
it too
to
much,
play
and we
it.
already played earlier.
I'm down to play other games.
By the way, because I couldn't watch her enough, Emma got Gossipium, that's the fucking floor 3 boss.
That seems like really early. It seems like
Yeah.
really early in like their career to be fighting like up to
I'm honestly surprised it's an available boss for beating chapter 2.
Yeah.
Like, but thankfully, she has a funny amount of sin resources she can spam me go her way through, but
I can also pitch. I can also pitch for like RDI or something.
That's something you should be fighting by chapter 5.
I don't know how beatable. I mean, it might be beatable.
I almost beat it, but it healed. It murdered,
Well,
it
no,
staggered for
yeah,
my
what-
sinners, and then
Yeah, what
healed
happened? Why
400.
why did that AoE attack get off? Did you forget to clash it, or did you get bad roll and it just went to clash?
Everyone was slower.
I'm gonna close
No,
stream in the
no,
meantime,
it's still,
though.
well,
Later,
it's still
guys.
target.
I'm
It's still target.
Yeah, I'm gonna close stream. Every Thursday night we play more, and we will do case 4 next week, unless something comes up. I don't think I really want to like stream board games, so I'm just gonna cut things here.